Earning 1 lakh rupees a month sounds great until you realize you're not saving much. Meet Kunal, a 25-year-old software engineer facing the same dilemma. After deductions, his in-hand salary is about 1 lakh rupees. Once rent, food and weekend plans are covered, he's left with around 15,000, a surplus he wants to save and invest. Hello and welcome to our channel 5-Minute Finance by ET Money, where we discuss about the basics of investing and personal finance. So let's take a quick look at our friend Kunal's finances. He has a surplus of 15,000. Is that enough? Should he save it all? If so, where should he invest? Or does he need to relook at his expenses and tweak his investment amount based on his salary range? Let's figure it all in this video. A saving of 15,000 if someone is earning 1 lakh rupees. Is that enough? Let's apply a simple budgeting rule that works well for beginners. The 50-30-20 rule, which says that 50% of your income should go to needs like rent, groceries and utilities. 30% to wants like eating out, travel, shopping, and 20% to savings and investments. So for Kunal, 50,000 would go to his needs, 30,000 to his wants, and ideally 20,000 should be saved or invested every month. But he's only saving 15,000 rupees, less than the ideal minimum. So what does that mean? He may need to revisit his spending to hit that 20% savings rate. And remember, this is the minimum he should save. The higher the better. Now, before investing, you need to set up a safety net. Think of it like wearing a seat belt before driving. For someone starting out like Kunal, this includes health insurance, life insurance if needed, and an emergency fund. First, health insurance. A basic health insurance plan will cost him around 800 to 1,000 rupees per month. It's a small price to pay to avoid big medical bills. Next is life insurance. Does Kunal need it? That depends on if anyone relies on him financially. A simple term plan makes sense if his parents depend financially on him. If not, he can skip it for now till he gets married and has dependents. Then comes emergency fund, a must-have. How much should you have? Experts recommend at least 3 to 6 months of essential expenses for emergencies. For Kunal, that's roughly 1.5 lakh rupees. Don't sweat. It's not as much as it sounds. If he sets aside just 6,000 rupees each month from his 20,000 savings, he'll have his emergency fund in just 2 years. Here we have assumed that currently he has not set anything aside for emergencies. Alternatively, he can use part of an annual bonus to speed things up. Once that's done, he's ready to invest. Now, before you start investing, ask yourself one simple question. Why do you want to invest? And no, FOMO does not count. You need a clear goal. Is it to buy a car next year, go on a Europe trip in 3 years, maybe even buy a house in 8 years or plan for retirement? Different goals have different timelines. And once you define the goal, the rest, how much to invest, where to invest, and for how long becomes easier. So define the goal first, then plan your investments around it. Next, let's see where you should invest. There's no single right answer here. It depends on your goals and how much risk you are comfortable taking. There are many options with different risk-reward trade-offs. So as a beginner, should you start with mutual funds, stocks, or something else? Let's keep it simple. Individual stocks are risky, especially if you don't fully understand the market yet. It's best to avoid them for now. Mutual funds are a great starting point. Why? Because your money is managed by expert fund managers handling thousands of crores. Their goal is to grow your wealth while managing risk without you having to pick individual stocks. But here's the next question. Which mutual fund should you choose? Now, different categories of mutual funds deliver different returns. To understand the difference, take a look at this table showing 5-year returns across the most popular mutual fund categories. Clearly, small cap funds delivered the highest returns, over 34%. Large caps, on the other hand, averaged 22.42%. That's a big gap. Naturally, higher returns can lead to bigger corpus. For example, here's how 1 lakh rupees would have grown in each category over the past 5 years. Well, but don't get swayed just by high returns. There's more to the story. While small cap funds perform well in bull markets, they are also the most volatile. On your screen are the risk levels of different fund categories. Now let's go back to our friend Kunal. He's still confused about which mutual funds to invest in. Fair enough. It's a common question. While it depends on your risk appetite and goals, but if you are just starting out like Kunal, here are some solid options to consider. Number 1, large cap index funds. These track India's top 100 companies like HDFC, Reliance, Infosys. They are simple, low cost and less volatile funds. These are ideal if you are ready to invest in equities with lower risk and some stability. In the last 10 years, they have delivered 12.21% returns. Second, dynamic asset allocation funds. These funds switch between equity and debt depending on market conditions. They are ideal for beginners who want to reduce volatility without missing out on returns. These funds have delivered 9.41% over the last 10 years. Number 3, large and mid-cap funds. Now, as the name implies, these funds give the stability of large caps and the growth potential of mid-caps. They have delivered 14.14% returns in the last 10 years. Suitable if you want to have some mid-cap exposure along with stability of large caps. So, moderately risky equity funds. Number 4, flexi-cap funds. If you are okay taking a little risk, flexi-cap funds could work for you. They invest across large, mid and small cap companies as per the discretion of the fund manager, adding diversification and balancing both risk and return. In the last 10 years, these funds have delivered around 13% returns. Now, if you are wondering about mid and small cap funds, yes, they can offer higher returns, but come with higher risk as well. If you are new, you may avoid them. Now, as a new investor, Kunal must also take care of a few more things. Number 1, don't clutter your portfolio. So, how many funds you should have? Here's a simple rule. Investing 5,000 a month, stick to 1 to 2 funds. Between 10,000 to 15,000, 2 to 3 funds are enough. Even if you are investing lakhs, 4 to 6 funds are more than enough. Why? Because mutual funds are already diversified. One fund typically invests in 40 to 70 stocks. So adding too many does not help. Number 2, don't wait for a higher pay package. That's a blunder. Even small investments can grow big over time. Say Kunal has 14,000 rupees left each month after his emergency savings. So if he starts investing that now and continues for 10 years at 12% returns, he'll build a corpus of 32 lakh by age 35. But if he waits 5 years and starts with a higher 25,000 per month investment, he ends up with just 20 lakh at age 35. That's the power of compounding and consistency. And that's a wrap. Hope this video will help you kickstart your investment journey. Don't forget to like, share and comment. Happy investing.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.